Hello and welcome to another video by Vegan FTA, and today we're going to be highlighting the outreach of Dr. Faraz Harsini, who is responsible for ASAP, Allied Scholars for Animal Protection. They're doing amazing work in universities or colleges, and this video specifically is highlighting the horrors of the egg industry. People seem to think that the egg industry is this fine, ethical thing. It has no ethical ramifications for animals. Unfortunately, it does, but we'll watch Faraz explain it to this student and see what he has to say.
Can you believe this is standard and legal practice to grind up male chickens because they're useless in the egg industry?
Wow.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, what we were showing is basically behind the scenes of industries that exploit animals, such as meat, egg, dairy.
Yeah.
How does it make you feel?
Yeah, really. I mean, I already don't eat. Oh my god.
Obviously, we're going to have to blur it out because it's quite risky, because showing people the process of what happens for them to get their food is a no-no. But consuming and purchasing those products that animal had to endure those things to get that product, that's absolutely fine. Basically, what's happening right now is it appears that a calf is being bolt gunned in the head, and they are squirming. They are, as you could imagine an individual would do if they were being bolt gunned in the head. Horrible. And it seems to be really having an effect on this student.
Sounds like you don't like what's happening.
No, I stopped eating red meat about a year ago. I still eat chicken and turkey, but I've seen videos of those farms, and I know they're even more cramped.
Yeah, I'm sure you've seen what happens to chickens, right? It's basically the same.
Yeah,
right.
They're sitting in their own poop and there's nowhere to go.
Exactly. And those are the same chickens used for also egg industry as well. That's why we're talking about meat, egg, and dairy, because at the end of the day, all those animals are sent to a slaughterhouse the second they're not profitable, right?
Right.
So it sounds like you don't like what happens to animals. Have you thought about being vegan?
Yeah, I have. Oh my gosh, I've started to move towards trying to be vegetarian, and then
What you would have missed there, because it's blurred out by us, is a man stepping on a cow, just no regard for them as an individual.
maybe going towards vegan after that.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I appreciate the honesty. I love that you're trying to, do better.
I think it's taking time for me to adjust. But
Yeah.
it's what I want to do, but I
So
don't
what's stopping you?
I think usually when you think when I would think about eggs, it was oh, it's the animals aren't dying. But you're right. I hadn't really thought about
Yeah, exactly. This is showing the thought process. People will say, oh, well, no animal has to be killed for this product. But yeah, animals actually are killed in the process. It's kind of entailed in the industry because, for example, the males don't produce eggs, so they are ground up first day of their life, or they're suffocated in bags or gassed. And what's going to happen to the chickens when they no longer lay eggs? As Dr. Faraz said, as soon as they're not profitable, they are going to be killed. That's why we're talking about them.
at the end of the day, they're still gonna live the same life, die the same way.
Yeah. So something I didn't know personally, I grew up eating meat, egg, dairy, just like yourself.
Yeah.
Is that male chickens are useless for egg industry.
Yeah.
Male cows are useless.
So what you would have missed there as well is the baby chicks going into the grinder, the macerator. Just horrible to watch. You can see it more on Dr. Faraz's end, but obviously, a lot of people watching this are probably vegan, so they don't need to see this. They've probably seen this already.
For dairy industry,
Yeah.
so they kill them.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, what is the first motivation of any business?
Money.
So the second these animals are not profitable, they kill them, right?
Yeah.
And I totally get convenience, right? Sometimes it's more convenient to do whatever you want to do. But would you say it's harder for you to be vegan, or is it harder for these animals to go through that?
Yeah. It's much easier for me.
It's like, if you put yourself in place of those animals, how urgently would you want that to stop?
Right away.
Right away?
Yeah.
Right
So
away,
when
yeah.
is a good time to go vegan?
This person's being very honest. Appreciate that. This is how conversations would go if we were honest. You wouldn't want to be in that position, or if you would want to be in that position for some reason, you acknowledge that that's probably not the norm.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Another common person. Yeah.
Yeah, the only person that decides what goes in your mouth is yourself, right?
Yeah.
And would you say you have the power to be vegan from today?
Yeah.
Right? So the only person who can literally stop you from doing the right thing is yourself.
Yeah.
And I'm here to tell you that I can see that you care about this. And I'm here to say you got this.
Yeah.
And the second that you put yourself in place of animals, going vegan becomes the easiest thing when you see that from their perspective.
Yeah.
I'm just here to show you that it sounds like you really care about animals.
Yeah.
So with your values, you're here. But just every time that you bend under pressure or you're just like bend under convenience or whatever, you pay for meat, egg, dairy, you pay for this. So I'm here to show you that your values are here, your act.
Those are babies. Those are literal babies. They're not old at all, and they are being sent down a conveyor belt to what I assume is their death. They will be killed.
Actions are here.
Right.
What do you call a person whose actions and values are not aligned?
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I saw your stand for the dog meat one. I thought that was brilliant. Are you guys affiliated with Brown, or but you are affiliated with Brown? Okay.
So what you're seeing here is called Anonymous for the Voiceless. It's an international group, all volunteer based. But we also have a student group at Brown. It's called. We do different events.
Allied Scholars for Animal Protection. We'll talk more about them at the end.
Dog meat was one of them. AV is one of them. We have different approaches for different people. So here we are showing the truth. Because when you buy meat, egg, dairy, what do they show you? Happy animals.
Right.
And they market it as humanely raised, grass-fed, cage-free, all that stuff. At the end of the day, it's there, right? And to me, the sense of urgency of this comes from the fact that if someone was exploiting a dog, if someone's beating a dog, if I was doing that in front of you, what would you do?
Yeah, I mean,
You stop me, right? You call cops, you stop me. Well, you do whatever it takes. This just doesn't happen in front of us, right? You go to a grocery store, you buy eggs.
Yeah.
Someone else had to kill that chicken. You didn't have to see it. Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
But the truth is, like, you know it happened.
Yeah.
The question is, do we want to be a part of it? Do we want to pay for it to happen? And with the amount of compassion that I see from you, I would say that veganism is bare minimum. It's non-action. It's just not paying for that to happen. It's not even being nice and altruistic or anything. It's just not paying for animals to be abused.
No.
Veganism, in my opinion, shouldn't even be a word. Like, you don't have a word for somebody who doesn't exploit animals. It's just
It's just like
it shouldn't be the case, right?
general consideration. Yeah.
Yeah. But what I really encourage you is that when you go vegan, then to speak up.
Yeah.
You know, there are different things you can do. This is one of them. Dog meat is another one. Just whatever you do, just speak up. What do you study?
Materials engineering.
Yeah. So you can actually use your career in a way that it's relevant to this. So I'll just give you one example, like alternative proteins,
Yeah.
you know, using plant-based, cultivated meat, whatever that is. We can use your degree in a way that it tackles the food system. But I really hope that if you leave today, you understand one thing, that we do that to thousands of animals per second. What you're seeing is behind the egg industry. Can you believe this is standard and legal practice to grind up male chickens because they're useless in the egg industry?
Wow. Yeah, that is.
And I know that sometimes it's inconvenient to be vegan,
Yeah.
right? But all I ask you is, do you think it's harder for you to be vegan, or is it harder for these animals? So it's all about the perspective.
So what was your name?
For us, you may see this sign all over. So there's a QR code, so you can join the student group here. We have a lot of events. On Thursday, we're actually going to give away free vegan food. This is a documentary that I really want you to watch. It says, would you hold yourself accountable?
Right.
I love that I can be so honest with you because I know that you can do better. All I'm here to say is that you know that this is wrong.
Yeah.
Just don't bend under societal pressure and norms. You know this is wrong.
Yeah.
Do the right thing.
Right.
What's your name?
Grant.
Grant?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, my pleasure. Take care.
Have a good.
Oh, so they actually contacted Dr. Faraz. Dear Dr. Faraz, I wanted to thank you again for taking the time to speak with me yesterday and your perspective on veganism and for inviting me to dinner. I was very moved by our conversation and I have decided to make a commitment to a vegetarian diet with a long-term goal of transitioning to a vegan lifestyle. I joined the mailing list for Brown's chapter of ASAP and I am eager to learn more about your organisation's work. Thank you again for your insight and time. Warm regards, Grant. So it's seemingly had quite an impact on Grant, you know, to be moved so much that you reach out again to that individual That is quite something. And Dr. Faraz, who's saying, I'm glad I can be so honest with you, because I know you can do better. It is brilliant when you come across people who are open to listening to what you have to say, open to having a genuine discussion where you can bounce off ideas on each other and reshaping how they view the world. Because it's important to think about things, but it's really important to rethink things as well. So as we said, Dr. Faraz is responsible for Allied Scholars for Animal Protection. And as was said in that video, they have many things. They have an Anonymous for the Voiceless chapter, they do the dog meat stands, they do various things that are around the campus to consistently be engaging with the university students. And if you have that constant seed planting around you, you can see these things happening. It starts to shift how you view things, and it starts to help you rethink what you thought you already knew. Please support ASAP. They're doing awesome work. We'll leave links down below that are relevant. Let us know down below if you think Grant will actually be going vegan. Will it be sooner rather than later? Because Grant said that it would be vegetarianism first, but if there's an involvement in ASAP, maybe that will happen quicker. Don't forget to go vegan for the animals, because they are who it means everything to.